Ever wondered why the first $100,000 is the hardest to earn? It's a question that's piqued the curiosity of many, especially those embarking on their journey towards financial freedom. The road to amassing wealth is often pictured as a steep climb, with the first $100,000 as the steepest part of that journey. This belief isn't just held by us common folks, it's shared by some of the wealthiest individuals on the planet. Take Charlie Munger, for instance, the billionaire investor and vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. Munger, too, asserts that the initial $100,000 is the toughest to gather. The sentiment is echoed by many who have successfully grown their wealth, the kind of people who know a thing or two about money. Now you might be wondering, why is this so? Why does it seem like such a Herculean task to accumulate that first chunk of $100,000? Well, the answer lies not just in the numbers but also in the journey itself. The journey to wealth accumulation is not a straight line, it's more of a curve. A curve that seems to get less steep and more manageable as you progress. Here's the interesting part. Once you cross that $100,000 threshold, things start to change. The next $100,000 seems to come in faster, then the next and the next. Before you know it, you've got $200,000, $300,000, even $400,000. And when you hit the $1 million mark, well, the second million seems to be just around the corner, taking only a fraction of the time it took to earn the first. It's an intriguing concept, isn't it? It's also quite reassuring for those of us who feel like our wealth is growing at a slower pace than we'd like. But the big question remains, why exactly does it get easier? Why does earning that first $100,000 take so much effort? So, why does earning that first $100,000 take so much effort? Let's delve into this fascinating phenomenon. Building wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon with its fair share of hurdles. As we embark on this financial journey, it's important to recognize and understand the initial challenges that often stand between us and our first $100,000. One of the most common obstacles is starting from a low-income base. When you're just starting your career or your business, your income may not be as high as you'd like. This can make it difficult to save and invest a significant portion of your earnings. You're essentially trying to fill a swimming pool with a garden hose. It's not impossible, but it's going to take some time. Next, we have the mountain of debt that many individuals find themselves under. Whether it's student loans, credit card debt, or a mortgage, high levels of debt can significantly slow down your wealth accumulation. It's like trying to run a marathon with a heavy backpack. The weight of the debt slows you down and diverts your resources away from wealth building. Another hurdle is the lack of financial literacy. Many people are not taught how to manage their money, invest wisely, or plan for their financial future. This lack of knowledge can lead to poor financial decisions and missed opportunities. Imagine trying to navigate a marathon course without a map or understanding of the route. You're likely to take wrong turns and get lost along the way. Lastly, the absence of a solid financial plan can be a significant roadblock. Without clear goals and a plan to achieve them, it's easy to get sidetracked and lose focus. It's like running a marathon without a clear path or finish line in sight. You may end up running in circles, wasting energy and time. These hurdles may seem insurmountable, but with the right approach, they can be overcome. Just like a marathon runner trains, plans, and perseveres to cross the finish line, so must we in our journey to financial freedom. So, let's lace up our shoes and get ready to face these challenges head-on. After all, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And the journey to your first $100,000? Well, that starts right here, right now. Scene script. Have you heard of the term compound interest? It's often referred to as the eighth wonder of the world. But why is that? Well, it's because compound interest has the power to accelerate your wealth accumulation over time. And it's especially potent when it comes to reaching that first milestone of $100,000. So what exactly is compound interest? Picture it this way. You're planting a seed, that's your initial investment. Over time it sprouts and grows into a tree, producing fruits. These fruits are your interest. But instead of plucking them, you let them fall to the ground, where they grow into more trees. This cycle repeats, and before you know it, you have an entire orchard from that single seed. That's compound interest in a nutshell. It's the process of earning interest on your interest. With simple interest, you only earn on the initial amount you put in. But with compound interest, your earnings get reinvested, allowing your wealth to grow at an accelerating rate. The beauty of compound interest is that it becomes more pronounced as your wealth grows. Let's say you start with $1,000, and you're earning a 10% annual return. After the first year, you'll have an additional $100. But in the second year, you're not just earning interest on the initial $1,000, you're earning on the total of $1,100. And so the cycle continues, with each cycle earning you more than the last. This is why the first $100,000 seems to take the longest. It's like pushing a snowball uphill. It's hard work and progress is slow, but once you reach the top and start rolling down, that's when the magic of compound interest kicks in. The snowball starts to roll faster, growing bigger with each revolution. Before you know it, you're not just looking at $100,000 but $200,000, $300,000 and so on. As you can see, compound interest is a powerful tool in wealth creation. It's like a snowball that grows larger and moves faster the longer it rolls down the hill. So how can you reach that elusive first $100,000 faster? Let's dive into some practical strategies that can help accelerate your wealth accumulation journey. First off, consider increasing your income. This may sound like a no-brainer, but it's often overlooked. This could mean asking for a raise, switching to a higher-paying job, or starting a side hustle. Every extra dollar you earn is another dollar you can put towards your $100,000 goal. Next, think about reducing your expenses. This is the other side of the coin to increasing your income. Are there areas where you can cut back without significantly impacting your lifestyle? Maybe that's eating out less, canceling unused subscriptions, or shopping secondhand. The savings can add up quickly and provide extra funds to invest. Speaking of investing, that's our third strategy. Investing wisely can significantly speed up your journey to $100,000. The key here is to invest in assets that have a good track record of growth, like stocks, bonds, or real estate. Remember, investing isn't about getting rich quick, it's about consistent growth over time. Now you might be thinking, but what about the risks? That's a valid concern. Diversification is your friend here. By spreading your investments across a variety of assets, you can reduce your risk and increase your chances of steady returns. Lastly, make the most of compound interest. This is where the magic happens. Compound interest is the interest on your initial investment, plus all the interest you've accumulated so far. It's interest on interest. The more you invest and the longer you keep it invested, the more compound interest works in your favor. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow and momentum as it goes. By implementing these strategies, you can overcome the hurdles on your path to wealth and reach the $100,000 milestone faster. Remember, the journey to wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So keep your eyes on the prize and stay the course. You'll get there. So we've covered a lot today. Let's quickly recap. We started our journey by acknowledging the initial challenges of wealth accumulation. It's a tough path to tread, but perseverance pays off. We shed light on the hurdles, most of which stem from lifestyle choices, lack of financial literacy, and the fear of taking risks. Then, we delved into the power of compound interest, the secret sauce that makes your money work for you. By understanding and harnessing this principle, you set the stage for exponential growth of your wealth. Next, we explored strategies to reach the first $100,000 faster. These included living below your means, investing wisely, and focusing on increasing your income. Remember, the journey to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. But with the right strategies and a solid understanding of financial principles, you can make that first $100,000 and every subsequent milestone come a whole lot faster. Thank you for watching, and remember to invest wisely.